This is Just in Case from American Newscape, joining our friend Ling Zeng, president of her herbal and acupuncture clinic in San Diego. Ling is the 16th generation of practitioners of Chinese medicine. She is here today to share some insight into boosting our immune systems. Greetings, Ling. Welcome back to American Newscape.
Hi, today I'm going to talk about immune system. So immune system is very important for everyone. Sometimes immune system going down or immune system getting weak and they cause of disease. For example, some disease like Bell's palsy, and the last time we talked about shingles, all connect to your immune system. And the very common problem is allergy. Allergy is directly connected to the immunity. For example, like sometimes allergy on skin, like eczema, and on those allergy on those is lesser allergy, and allergic asthma, and going down is the allergy enteritis, and the allergy like nephritis, and allergy about another skin problem like purpure, you know. So for those cases, all directly connect to the human being's immune system. So most part, we treat the allergy problem. For example, like accent, my father, grandfather all told us, when I give the patient treatment for their allergy asthma. So most time I treat the patient, try to push the allergy go to the skin. And, the current medical told us the immune could replacement. And so when we have the asthma, they have hard to breathe. Our treatment, we let allergy go to the skin, push them out to the skin. So make the patient do not have so many hard to breathe, but their skin going to a little bit itchy. So at that time, we will tell the patient that don't doing any medicine for your skin to stop skin itchy, because if they doing some medicine, put them inside, it's cause the asthma again. So these two could switch each other. And my book, like a series of Chinese book, told us immune system could replacement. So for this case, most I used to saw a case is getting worse, because at the beginning the kids only for the allergy on the skin, and they push them in their asthma, and finally put them on the allergic nephritis. So it's cause the kids have the protein on their urine, and for those cases, have a very bad like a case I used to see in America. But in
Wow.
China, my grandpa and my father used to take care a lot of this kind of kidney problem, and help them get rid of the problem, because this one at the beginning is acute, in the future become a chronic. If
Wow.
the Yeah.
Let me see if I understand.
Hmm.
So if I have allergic reaction on my skin,
Hmm.
you don't want me to treat it with placebos or lotions and things like that. Is that correct? Did I understand that
Yes.
correct?
No, I don't need you doing like that. You
Because it,
know,
it gets in the way of me healing the source of the problem, correct?
yeah, because skin problem like itch or something have different way cause that. I'm not. I'm right now. I'm talking about allergy skin. It's
Right.
allergic allergy. You
Right.
know, some skin problem is connect to the digestive system. Especially for the allergy stuff, I do not need the patient use any cream or try to push them in, because you push them, they're going to go too long, because immune system replace each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it makes sense. It's, if we're not careful about the path that we take to cure our problem, we can compound that problem.
Yes, and they push down and down. The worst thing is allergy on the kidney. You know, I saw this case in here. You know, so I have several people like that, and I on the clinic I'm easily find out this kind of case, and most of this kind of case was ignored because it's hard for people to grab the exact time to go to lab test, find out their urine have protein,
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So okay, I apologize for not understanding better, but so if the protein levels in my urine can actually be increased because of improper treatment of my allergies, correct?
Yes, it's probably, how can I talk to make you understand easily?
Well, make me understand that may be impossible, but
Yeah.
I think you have laid it out for me.
You know,
Ling, I grew up in the Midwest, and then when we moved to Phoenix, we moved to the allergy capital of the world.
mhm.
And I had very bad adolescent allergies to, pollens and things like that, and dust and dirt, and went to various doctors. Homeopathic doctor said drink a lot of water, you'll outgrow it. Traditional doctor gave me prescription antihistamines that I knew couldn't be good for me because I was as a child dopey from those pills. And lo and behold, the homeopathic doctors that we had were right. I did outgrow the vast majority of those allergies. Or did I not outgrow them? Did my system just become more capable of dealing with it?
Uh, for your allergy, I think the important is still your immune system not strong enough.
Okay.
You know? So the allergy on the lung, the allergy on the large and the small intestine, the allergy on the kidney is all connected to your immune system. Okay.
Wow.
So
Wow.
some case, your allergy from your skin to the nose to your lung to your large small intestine, and finally go to the kidney. So the worst part is kidney. So if you have the allergy, like allergy nephritis, this one will cause the urine have the protein. And if you do not stop them when they was young from the beginning, and maybe 10, 20 years later, they become a chronic kidney inflammation. And the next step might be the replacement, transplant the kidney. Am I making you
No,
you
no, no,
understand?
no, I do
Bobby?
understand. I do understand.
Oh, for us, the best way we need to stop, you know, skin and the lung, switch each other. We take a lot of patients like that. Sometimes we have the allergy asthma, we treat them and then use the medicine, not this allergy to allergy their skin. As soon as the skin has an allergy, they relieve the allergy on your lung. Do you understand?
I do, but I've never. Wow, that's
And then,
amazing.
yeah, next step, we're going to use the medicine to build up their immune system. And the skin might be have so many spots. We're going to shrink, only have one spot on the skin, and then build up and then clean the skin. Get rid of the allergy. you know
Wow. So Wow. So basically, it's moved to my skin so my system can.
You need to build up your
Yeah.
skin, kick them out. You could get rid of the like allergy, for me, for my patient, and then sometimes, I have some infertility patient, and they said, okay, I'm allergy for this kind of food, I'm allergy for that food, so I need to figure out, I need to balance their yin and yang. I need to figure out, is there any loophole in their body? I need to, fix that one and build up their body like immune system. And they never ever allergy about that again. I could do like that. And we have so many patients, and I help them get rid of the allergy like food. Like for example, I 2 days ago, I think I have a patient like 15 years ago, 14 or 10 years ago, used to come over see me, So current time, she is the gluten-free, right?
Right.
So when she come over, I take a look, I say, oh my God, you look so like a pale, And she say, oh, my never test, my blood, everything is good, And I say, no, your right now is the pneumonia, pneumonia, the blood
Yes.
level is too low, I say, you need to build up your pneumonia, and then gluten could be free, And I help her start to build up the blood. And I told her, I say, you need to eat food, right? And he say, oh, I'm, take care of 3 kids and do not even have time for me, for my food, I say, you need a food and you need some red meat. And she told me, yes, I really like red meat. Yes, your body going to tell you what you want. Because when you eat something, you really want that. It means your body needs that, And especially for your immune system, like me, I'm strong enough, I never care about the COVID-19, because I know I'm strong enough,
Yeah.
If compare your body condition like a house, right? If your house is wall strong, no leak space in your window and the door, how come the flight could go into your house? Same thing, right?
That's right. Well,
Yeah.
it's that's I am with you. I have a lot of confidence in my immune system, and it's been put to the test many times in my life, and it comes out with flying colors. And traditional doctors will say they're amazed about the recovery capabilities of my immune system. So maybe that's a gift that I've had granted me, but I do try and do the right things. And when a mother says that she doesn't have time to eat because she's taking care of her kids, how in the world can she take care of her kids if she doesn't take care of herself?
Yeah. So immune system, not only from food, the important things, you need to have enough time to sleep.
Yeah.
And for our theory, right? How to say that? Chinese medicine, we said yin and yang, right? Do you remember that picture? Half
Oh
yin
yeah.
and
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So yeah, so actually we need people go to bed as soon as early as you could, at least like 10 o'clock is the best way. Because from the 11 to 12, your liver and the gallbladder start clean the poison out. If you still wake up, use your eyes to see the video or go to the line, actually you use too many your essential, energy, nutrition, because you need to see, right? So sleep is very important. You need the exactly time go to sleep. You need the exactly quality for your sleep. It's easy to build up your immune system. So in China, we said if it means, eat 10 pig couldn't compare as good sleep. So it means sleep is very important. And
Well,
especially during the night, in black part, it means your eyes should close, go to sleep. In white part, you should open the eyes. So sometimes some patient, uh, go to sleep and they easily wake up. It means their black part is nutrition is too less. So they easily open their eyes earlier, like 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, you know?
okay. Well, that's new information for me too. Typically I may not get 7 hours of sleep, but I certainly get 7 hours of rest. And I do wake up occasionally, but typically it's from positioning where I may have laid on a shoulder that had been injured many times too long, so the discomfort will wake me up, but I go right back to sleep. But you're right. One of the hardest things to recover in the hospital is they don't let you sleep.
Yeah. That's I do not understand. I got from my patient that is they are, especially like a stroke patient, right?
Right.
Very, very bad stroke. And they wake up them 4 hours. Each 4 hours, they're going to take the blood test, and at the daytime they give them medicine to let them excited because they said they need to, exercise. So I think, the patient, especially like a stroke patient, they need an immune system built up to recovery. So especially during the day, night, keep wake them up. How can they got the rest? So that's make the patient getting worse, I think. You know.
Well,
So
Ling, I think a lot of people that are into these fad diets that don't understand them correctly can do themselves irreparable harm because they're not getting enough calories, for that recovery process. Because we do need calories in our system to recover, let everything recover in the evening, correct?
yes. So especially in the evening, if you do not sleep, still open your eyes, you use a lot of your essential. You eat food and become nutrition, and then become that part essential, right? How to say that? To
What?
nutrition your organs.
No,
Damage a lot of that.
what I like the fact that you use the word essential because you're talking about my essential energy, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
My bread of life. I mean, what keeps me going, what gets me up in the morning, that makes me want to face my day, which allows me to deal with my stress. It's such
Yeah.
a, yin and yang is interesting, and I understand the concept of it, but it's very complicated. It's almost a complicated snowflake where, so many things are interacted with each other. And the more you share with us, the more
Mhm.
clues you can help us with to help us find that path. Because
Yeah.
I've always believed the foods that work for you may not work for me and vice versa.
Food is the second important. First important is sleep. Second is your food, you know. And the third thing, just like you said, stress. You
Yeah.
couldn't too stress because when you're stressed, the whole body is tight. Your stomach is tight. Your notch and the small intestine is tight. Because I used to have the patient who is a depression patient, very, very bad, like a very, very severe case, right? Almost, suicide, right? Every time he come over and say, oh my God, I didn't have, appetite. I didn't have this one, that one. And I put the needles and help her relieve, relax. And then, you could hearing their, stomach have the noisy, right? When she get up and say, oh, I have appetite, I need food. So they all connect to each other. Like if you do not have enough food, you couldn't sleep very good. If you're too stressed, you couldn't have the food. You do not have the appetite. How can you eat, right?
Right.
So build up your immune system. For the people, they need enough time to sleep and nutrition food and relax, you know.
My most lucrative career, I would go to bed at night
Hmm.
extremely stressed about all the worries I had with that career. And when I woke up in the morning, I woke up to those same stresses. And I came to
Yeah,
the rationalization that I needed to change. It wasn't worth it. And when I say it was extremely lucrative, but I needed to change. And I made that change. And what I do now is not near as lucrative. It's not near as easy for me to do, but I don't have the stress.
yes, I told my patient, I have a lot of patients, they are easily stressed, right? I say, for me, you know, if you said no stress at all, nobody could do like that, right? But I told them, you need to learn turn on and turn off. At 8 p.m., turn on, no matter stressful you have, it's okay for me. But on the 8 p.m., you need to turn off. You need to tell yourself, no matter what's happening tomorrow, when you get up, you're going to figure out which way to resolve this problem. So many people have so many like stress. They didn't realize, some patient when they go to sleep, their mind like moving. This one, that one, blah, 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 blah. 3 years ago, I have something not perfect. And planning for 5 years later, you know, their mind like a machine never stop, always walking. I say, look at you, compare with a car. If you left a car 24 hours running on the road, how many years this car could survive? Same as a human being, right?
Right, right. Yeah. Well, it's amazing. And you have, for your patients, you have various means to help them deal with, to boost their immune system by following simpler advice and with the herbs, correct?
Yes, with the herbs. Most part the patient come over, at the beginning we just treat the syndrome, like some patient who has diarrhea, right? I
Right.
need to stop the diarrhea. After this syndrome is gone, I will build up their immune system. So for the patient come over see me, I help them boost the immune system. The first of all, I need to check their whole system. For people who couldn't sleep, right?
Right.
I need to help them sleep, right? So for the people who diarrhea, I need to stop diarrhea, right? For the patient who has the gallbladder inflammation, I need to treat the gallbladder inflammation. And for the patient who do not have appetite, I need to use medicine to help them have the appetite. And for the women who period have heavy, amount, too much, right? I need to stop the bleeding. After I doing this one, and then finally I going to help them build up the immune system, you know. So for us, need a check. Is there any, problem on her? If they have, I need to block that. I need to treat that until they getting better. That's help a lot for build up their immune system.
So it's a whole health approach. We hear that term in America for many years, whole health, whole health. Well, this is whole health. And you've
Yeah.
laid it out very clearly to us. We first, if we have to sleep, we don't have a choice. And we have to get that sleep and we have to eat. And that food that we eat needs to be nutritious so our body
Hmm.
can utilize it, not Oreo cookies and such. And
Hmm.
then you put us in a place where you can really help us.
Yes.
This is all very, very cool, Ling. Once again, you fascinate me. Um, And I could talk to you all night, but I don't think that's fair to you. Do you have something something important you'd like to leave us with tonight? One thing we're going to do is we're going to give everybody all the links to find your office, to contact you, to set up an initial appointment if they are so inclined. And Ling and I have talked about this. We're going to make this a semi-regular thing because I think she has so much she can share with us that we're just scratching the surface. And I'm excited about that. I've always been fascinated by this, and I think a lot of people out there are fascinated by it. So everybody, subscribe to this channel, get your alerts, and you're going to know when we're going to be publishing these Ling interviews. So Ling, what would you like to leave us with today?
First of all, if you build up your immune system, you need to, check out all your system. Do you have any complaining, uncomfortable? First of all, you need to resolve this problem. Second, after this resolved, for the people do not have any complaining. One is sleep, number one. Second is nutrition food. Third is relax. That will help you, boost your immunity.
Wow.
Help a lot. Yeah.
And stress does do that. I mean,
stress definitely is invisible. Nobody could feel that. Nobody see that. But it damages your immune system, immunity. And also, go to bed earlier. Don't play your video, watch TV too long time. That is another kind of connect to your immunity too. Don't watch too much. Go to bed earlier.
Well, yeah, after they watch you and I do an interview, correct?
Yes.
Well, wouldn't that be wonderful? Everybody should go to sleep tonight, watch this interview once again after it's published, and it will help you. It would have to help you. Yeah. Well, Ling, I want to personally thank you, and I learned a lot today, and I think that's kind of exciting.
That's good.
That being said, this has been Just In Case and Ling Zeng, delving into our immune systems. Thanks for joining us. Please remember, now, there won't be a test, but these three things: sleep, good food, cut out the stress. Additional information and links are provided in the videos. Read more. Please consider connecting with Ling and subscribing to this channel. Thank you, everybody.